Hello and welcome everyone. Today we are playing Mono Red.
No. Today we are playing robots.
Hello and welcome everyone. This is the deck we are going to play today. Today we have a special guest with us. It's none other than AfterOffice TV, aka Mati. He's the biggest Spanish Magic the Gathering streamer and also the official co-stream for Magic the Gathering. We go way back. He was winning a F2K tournament that I organized and casted back in the days. And I think we met in 2020, right? So like in the beginning. And yeah,
That's true. Yeah.
That was an amazing time, and I think I should show a clip from back in the days, and you would definitely like it.
Mati Arvigo here, right? You're going to see a card we've seen on top 5 a couple of times here that people seem to sort of forget exists, and that is Thought Distortion.
I think he's just sitting here being like, you know what? This is easy. I've got 1,000 cards in hand. I've got counter spells, I've got planeswalkers, I've got ways to interact card draw, all that sort of stuff. There's no way that I can lose. But then, watch this. Out of nowhere, out of the sideboard, comes the 7-for-1 Thought Distortion.
It's not often you get to see a 7-for-1 Riley, and this is our lucky day.
I mean, you're never coming back from that. You're never coming back from that.
Hello everyone. Thank you, Danny, for having me here today. I'm really excited. Really excited to be playing this deck in particular. It's an Explorer deck. We don't get to play much Explorer, especially it's really hard to build new strategies for the format. It's a cruel format sometimes. It's really fast. Removal is really good. Threats are really, really powerful. So being able to find new deck lists for Explorer is fantastic. But thank you so much for having me here. And yeah, the first time we met was very special.
Yeah, it was very special. I mean, you gotta have to see it. And after I didn't like, that was the beginning of my streaming, and I found out that they posted this clip online, and then I reached out to Mati, and it was just like his reaction is just so wholesome, and I really liked it. It was just really fun, and I'm really glad you are here with me. We were talking before a lot and stuff, but we never managed to actually do this together. I think also due to my hiatus, but now we're here, and you brought a banger of a deck. I mean, we played this. It was amazing. Like, it's like, just, this is something you guys have to know. He also builds really unique decks. If you like that about me, you definitely have to check out AfterOffice TV YouTube channel. You can check him out on Twitch. Everything will be in the description, but definitely check him out. He plays some really unique decks, and he's also a high mythic player and played Pro Tours and so on. So I would just say we jump into the deck, and yeah, it's a robots deck, huh? It's an artifact deck with many lines, and
yeah, I'm really thankful for you to say that, because I think we have the same style of play. We do like to play new decks, create new strategies. I love that about Magic. But yeah, this is a robots deck. This is not your typical curve out deck. Don't think about what you play in which turn. You will have to put your brain to work for this, because this is not those decks that you go, okay, turn 1 elf, turn 2 3 drop, turn 3 planeswalker, like mono green, for example. This is going to be a little trickier, we could say. This is an Ensoul Artifact build that tries to abuse, of course, some of the cards that we already have in Arena, like Ensoul Artifact and Michiko, both powerful tools, amazing tools to close out games with decks with artifacts, of course. But there are a couple of good cards that the new set brought that play really well with artifacts or are artifacts themselves. That, of course, Skrelv. We know about Skrelv. We have been playing. Skrelv has been it's been added in so many decks in Standard and in other formats as well, right?
Yep. Yeah, in many formats you see Skrelv. I mean, usually the cheap mana cards, right? Like a 1 mana 1/1 that actually protect something. It's just really amazing, especially for curves, right? And it makes it hard because you always have to spend a removal spell on this card first. And yeah, that makes it really, really strong. And it's an artifact.
Exactly. So it's an artifact for the deck. It's an chassis as well. And also it's really good with Michiko and Ensoul Artifact, because you can protect. Usually with this type of builds, you go all in on an artifact with Ensoul, for example. And then if your opponent has the removal, it sucks. But with Skrelv, you can of course, use the scissors on Skrelv itself, but also protect your own creature, which is really good. Then you have Lookout, a 1/2 flyer, Vigilance. Doesn't look that great, but of course it's fantastic with the scissors. Getting to attack in the air, and also Vigilance for blocks with a 5/5 on turn 2 is absolutely brutal. With Michiko is also really good.
Yep.
And we have Malcator.
That's your
Malcator, probably a card most people don't even remember that exists from this new set. I do. I really like this card. It's not Blaze Blazer, but it's kind of close. It's 2 colors, it's legendary, it's fine. But the idea is that not only is a good drop, 3-drop for the deck, you can get extra Phyrexian Golems pretty easily with this deck. It's really easy between the 1-mana artifacts, the Mox Ambers, and the Darksteel Citadels in the mana base to get to 3 artifacts in a single turn and get 2 3/3s out of Malcator. That by itself is huge. You can even, if you want to get the nut draw, go turn 1 Skrelv, turn 2 Darksteel Citadel, Mox Amber, Malcator, and get 3 artifacts right in the second turn of the game, which can happen. It's not that easy with 2 Mox Ambers only, but can also happen. And Malcator just being 2 bodies in 1 card, it's really good. And if you get 2 tokens out of it, I think it's just almost broken. It's fantastic. For 3 mana, it's just so much you get out of this creature.
Yeah, it's so great that you can use the Darksteel Citadel to actually trigger Malcator. It's just so powerful, and we could do it like in the games. You see it like us doing this like no problem. And I think this card works perfect in this deck. And what I like most about this deck is it is an artifact deck, but it's not an affinity deck. It is a different strategy, and that is why it's different, right? And yeah, I think it goes really well. And so we also have some other cards here, like the Planeswalker. And tell me about the Planeswalker. Why are they so strong in this deck?
Yeah, Planeswalkers are fantastic. I want to point out that it's what you said is really good because you can play the all-in game 1, like the affinity decks that you go all-in on the board and play everything you have in your hand. But the deck has the potential to play a longer game post-board with the sideboard, and that is something that I think is going to be very clear in the games you are going to watch. Yeah. But of course, the Planeswalkers are also important in the build, and especially Teferi, because Tezzeret, we of course know that it works really well in an artifact deck. It gives you gas, draws you cards, makes 4/4s. You can even transform the Darksteel Citadel into a 4/4 indestructible creature, which is very, very good. Yep. But it's like an obvious inclusion in the deck. But Teferi is not. And Teferi does it all in the deck. It's phenomenal. Not only it gives you gas to play the longer game, the untap ability of Teferi in this deck can add 2 mana and give vigilance to a creature that is phenomenal. Absolutely fantastic, yeah.
Yeah, it's also nice you can tap 2 lands if you have a Darksteel Citadel, right? And you can replay things, and even like untapping Emry is just so powerful. You can actually untap Citadel, Mox Amber, Emry. You can do many things with this card, and the 2 life is something you actually, especially in Explorer, where there's a lot of aggressive decks. It is nice. It is nice, and the -2, right? Once you establish a board, I mean, finding cards is always nice.
Yeah, absolutely correct. And it gives the deck more reach for those type of games where the opponent will have fast removal. Fatal Push is a card that is it's very heavily played in the format. And sometimes you're going to try to use your Ensoul Artifact early on. It's not going to work. So the Planeswalkers are there to give you more gas, as well as Thirst for Knowledge, a card that is not played anywhere. These type of effects used to be much more powerful in the past. Now we have the mono blue in standard that plays the one that discards the basic land. But Thirst for Knowledge is not seen playing anywhere, and I think it's good. It could be replaced for something else. You could change Thirst for Knowledge for other cards from the sideboard. Maybe the Harvester. In some meta games you could play Harvester main deck. We are going to talk about the sideboard, I think, but Harvester with Michiko, it's a phenomenal combo. You get to win games just by attacking in the air for 10 and gaining 20 life in a couple of turns. And then, of course, we got Stonecoil Serpent. Serpent is a must-have in this type of field. It's a very flexible creature. The protection for multicolor is very good. It's a matchups too. So, yeah, and Portable Hole, of course. A removal artifact that's so cheap. and synergizes really well with the deck. Yeah.
Yeah, portable is so nice because it doesn't just hit creatures, right? It's any permanent, right? And it removes all these ovens and all these cards, and I think the deck is just so well rounded. And yeah, we have Emry here as well. This is definitely also nice to grind and to find cards, and this can also be so cheap with this deck, especially with like Mox Amber. This is a real cool deck, and when you look at the mana base, I mean, Darksteel Citadel, of course, has to be in this deck. You also play a Gancho and Otawara. I mean, these cards are just so powerful. Tezzeret with Stonecoil Serpent is also amazing, right? It's a huge trample creature that can come in. And there's so many lines in this deck, and you will see, I didn't play with lots of these cards. Like, this is the first time I played Tezzeret and Teferi. So for me, like there's so many lines, and it's absolutely crazy, but it's so much fun. You guys have to try out this deck. And we had the matchup against Rakdos, so you're gonna see actually how we grinded against the Rakdos deck, and that's really cool to see. And they had a lot, but we managed to go through, so definitely check that game out. And I think we go over the sideboard and explain what playstyles we can go here with.
Yeah, what you say is absolutely agree, because when you take a look at the main deck, you automatically think about a deck that is going to play fast, try to win the game as fast as possible with Ensoul Artifact, Michiko, play all your hand as fast as you can. But the idea is that post-board, especially in those games like Rakdos, where the opponent is going to have so much removal, it's going to know what you are going to do, we need to be able to play a longer game. That's when Bank Booster comes in, Glass Casket, a good artifact removal spell for the Mayhem Devils, and obviously any creature in the format that you can target with. Apparition, a card that might be out of place, but it's still a really flexible card. It's a creature that you can use with Michiko, and it's a good overall removal spell in the format. You can target many things with it. Of course, Metallic Rebuke, a counter spell that it's key in the artifact decks, especially when your opponent doesn't know you are playing it.
Yep.
If you're playing in a tournament with open deck lists and your opponent knows you're playing 4 rebukes, of course it's not that good. But when you play it and the opponent is not playing around it, it's brutal. And I think in one of the games we used Metal Rebukes in a way that was key for the game, crucial.
Definitely, it was against the Gruel Vehicles deck, and I mean, you see one blue open, and you just don't think about this card, right? No one thinks like, they're gonna have a Spell Pierce against Gruel Vehicles or something. No, this card definitely surprised the opponent there. Absolutely banger card. I mean, 1 mana counter with this deck. We play so many cheap cards, right? So it fits just perfect.
That's correct. So the idea will be with the 75. I always say something that decks have 75 cards and not 60. I know it's obvious, but it's sometimes people forget about it, that the main deck, of course, it's important, but you play most games with the sideboard. So a good sideboard is always necessary. And the idea is to know in which games you want to play the all-in, fast-paced game where you're trying to win as fast as possible, and in which matchups, especially if you're on the play or on the draw, that will change a lot. When you want to configure the deck to be more reactive maybe and play a longer game. That the idea is that this 75 allows you to play a longer game, a grindier game, and we had some of those.
I'm just gonna put some cards out here. Like, if you want to have the grindier cards, you definitely want to have the Planeswalker in, right? Michiko is way too strong to get rid of, and usually what we took is the Ensoul Artifact is something you don't want to have against the spot removal and the grindy decks. So this is definitely something you can get out. The Emry you can keep, but also if they have a lot of spot removals, we did remove our Skrelvs here. And if you remove Skrelvs and Emry, Mox Amber just becomes kind of weak. You only have Malcator left, so definitely make sure to keep that in mind. Also, the Lookout can be a bit tricky to play against the heavy removal deck. You definitely want to keep in the Serpent, and against decks where you need the hole, you keep the hole. But these cards you definitely want to have in the more grindier deck. And then you also have a lot of Bank Busters here to grind. Apparition if you need more removal, Metallic Rebuke, right? It always depends on the matchup then, but you definitely have some options, and you can in total you can go with 5-9 removal spells, which is quite nice to hit most of the targets. But yeah, I think this is definitely keep in mind with the Mox Amber here. This is what we found out as well. definitely make sure to think about how many legendary creatures you have left.
Absolutely agree. And one important thing I need to say is, if you're going to play this type of decks, it's usually really good to abuse the fact that your opponent is not really aware of what you're trying to do. So if you have a really good game where you play an Ensoul Artifact early on, your opponent is going to be always tempted to have all the fast removal spells they can play, all the fatal pushes, the 1-mana removal spells, all of them. So you can really abuse that and configure your deck in such a way that you don't lose against a 1-mana removal spell. And they're going to have a really bad hand. So if you go to game 2 and you won the first game with Ensoul Artifact, you build your deck in a way that Fatal Push doesn't destroy your whole strategy. You play a grinder game, you play with Planeswalkers, with Land Boosters, and I really think this build is very capable of doing that.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the games are really great to watch. Like, there are so many lines. I'm not sure if we always took the optimal line. I definitely had like 1 or 2 misclicks as well. But even that, we still had some really, really great games, and it's really fun to actually pilot the game together, to like see what's possible. Like it's 2 brains, but there's still a timer in the game, and that can be tricky sometimes. But other than that, it's fun.
Yeah, but having a conversation about every line of play is fantastic.
Yeah,
playing with the team, Magic with the team. That's why I love team events, like the limited team events, the GPs and stuff. Play Magic with everyone else and having a conversation about the lines of plays. It's phenomenal. Yeah,
that's phenomenal. So I would say we jump into the games, and it's definitely a blast to watch. I mean, this is a classic. I attack your face hand.
That's a really good hand. This is not a deck with too many lands. 2 lands on the draw special is really good. Turn 1 Skrelv, it's good. We have a removal spell even, and Michiko. Michiko is a card that helps you win games fast. It's Michiko and the Scissors.
So they're gonna play the buff card, right? So we probably need to use this next turn and start with the Mite first, right?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Skrelv is not that important in this matchup. They might not have that many removal spells, but still, I would start with Skrelv.
We just need to make sure, like, this card is not too bad. Like, the other ones are worse. The one with double strike, and like this one is the bad one. This is the bad boy.
That's the main target for Portavejo. So we remove that instantly, I think.
Yep.
The Boros deck sometimes have these hands that don't have that many creatures, so they have to play with what they have. And if you have a good removal spell, a well-timed removal spell, they suffer.
Yeah, I think we have 2 options, right?
But the Hoplite is not going to kill us that fast.
Do you want to go Fountain and play something, or you want to play Gunshot and play something? We have to.
I would save the Gunshot for now. It might be that at some point they want to grows enough to survive the Gunshot. And also, leaving 3 mana up, 2 mana up is not going to be that easy. Yeah. Also, we attack.
Yeah, we attack 100%. Because this one doesn't survive the 2 damage and then 4.
Yeah.
But this is already good that we got this one. Yeah. Do you want to go Michiko next turn already?
Might be what we have to do, yes.
Probably with a Stonecoil Serpent on 1. Yeah, that's good.
So Michiko gives +4/+4, which is really good.
You want to play a Serpent?
+5/+5, we play the Serpent.
Yeah. So we have the option to play the Serpent here first for 1 and for more damage, which is probably the way to go if we race here.
Yeah, the other option is to play Malcator first and try to wait so that the 2 triggers of Michiko are lethal, for example.
Yeah.
Which is not bad.
What do you think? Do we go the Malcator?
Also, you can champ with Malcator one turn. You can
like
save some life one. So that I think it's really good. Yeah.
I like this turn. And then we go in. So we're definitely gonna get something big.
Yeah, and you also played 3 new cards from the last set of Magic. So no one can say this is a deck that it's not it's not new, right? You play Skrelv, Swooping Lookout, and Malcator.
Definitely. They have 3 cards left. It's gonna be a bigger attack from them now.
But sometimes you have decks that people say, okay, this is a new deck, and it's really not. It's just an old deck with 1 card switched. And it's not really a new deck. I mean, you were able to build Ensoul Artifacts before. It's not that you couldn't play this kind of deck before, but this gives like a completely new angle of attack. Skrelv is really good. Skrelv is really good with the scissors and with Michiko. It's amazing.
Yep. Skrelv is just, I think, in all the formats coming now more and more, right? Like in like Pioneer, probably even Modern. Like
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Like it's always the 1-drops, right? Like this card is just amazing.
Yeah. Because it's a Mother of Runes. Mother of Runes was a busted card. It still is.
I mean, they have a pump here. I don't think we block this one. We just take it. This is probably
no, we might just take it.
Just a simple pump. 2 damage we take. Could have been a bluff too.
Mother of Runes. Mother of Runes is a busted card, and Skrelv is a Mother of Runes.
Yep.
Skrelv is a card I missed during the preview season of this set.
Wow.
I didn't really pay that much attention to that card, and it's amazing. Okay, another Serpent. I think we go Michiko now. Serpent, Michiko.
Yeah. Do we go double Serpent, Michiko?
Might be correct. Might be correct. So we can count.
Yeah.
It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 times. Might be correct.
It's exactly
we are attacking
6,
with a 3/3 also.
Yeah.
It might be correct to just make the 3/3 unblockable this turn. So we attack with the air with the lookout, and we attack with 3/3 and make it unblockable. Because next turn, if the opponent has a removal spell, they have to play
So
it in response to the Michiko trigger.
You want to make a 3/3 here? No, we have to play Michiko, right?
Yeah, but might be correct to play double Serpent, Michiko. I like your line.
I think it's double Serpent.
Yes.
Yeah. It perhaps correct at least.
And again, using Skrelv in our turn is not a huge deal because next turn the opponent has to save the removal at instant speed. They have to kill the creature you target with Michiko, and you will have Skrelv untapped by that point again. So, but I would make the 3/3 unblockable here, just in case.
Be full control.
Might not be necessary though. The Swooping is attacking for 8.
I mean, we just block anything, right? Anyways, so let's just go with it. And attack. Putting them on 5 is heavy. Like
yeah.
Like it gives
and
us...
this is insurance. If we have to champ with the Serpent, for example, we are not going to get that big of a Michiko next turn.
Yep.
So that's insurance. So a 5 trigger, a trigger with 5, at 4 only, it's going to be happening for sure.
Yeah.
Might not be 7 if we need to block.
Yeah, I mean they probably go like, oh, maybe I need to. The thing is, with Mite, they cannot remove anything, right? So it's so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can put it just on the one that. Okay.
All right. So in this matchup, the portable hosts are amazing. Apparition, it's also coming in, I think, in even glass caskets.
I think these two, are the ones we definitely want.
And I think we agree that Planeswalkers are not really good, especially on the draw. I wouldn't play them on the play, on the draw either.
Okay.
Might be even correct to remove the Thirst of Knowledges and the Emrys too.
Yep.
They're just too slow in this matchup.
Agree, yeah. Definitely the Emrys are probably too slow. But what do you want to play instead, right?
Yeah, so Harvester is definitely better than the cards we removed, I think. Harvester is a good card. Lifelink is really good. Harvester with Michiko, I don't have to explain it. It's just fantastic.
Absolutely amazing.
Just wins races by itself. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Yeah. And if there's nothing else we want to play, the land, it's a card we can add. We are lowering the curve. That doesn't make much sense, but still, if you don't have the need for anything else.
You could also just play one Emry in case they have something to get out. Because they are artifacts, right? So we can get these cards back too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would do it like this. And yeah, I mean, that was explosive. And we were on the play, on the draw. So
yeah,
that's definitely something.
Yeah, they didn't have interaction, which might make the game harder to play, of course. when all your threats survive, it's always easier. Let's see how game 2
And especially you need
goes.
2 interactions because of Skrelv, right?
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's the thing.
Yeah, that's why I think updating this type of deck with the new cards, it's fantastic. So Skrelv is a really good card with Scissors and Michiko. It's protecting. Before you had to wait for a specific turn to go all in with the Scissors, or thinking that if my opponent has a removal spell, I lose. But with Skrelv, you can just curve out, and Skrelv is an artifact, so even you can use the Scissors on Skrelv on turn 2, which is fantastic.
Here, I think we have a portable hold. That's a reason enough for me to keep it, even though we have 4 lands, which I don't
I
like,
agree.
but
Yeah.
I think
I
this
agree.
alone just makes this good.
This is a 22 land deck.
Yep.
4 is a lot, especially if you don't have like an artifact land or a utility land, the Kamigawa ones. But still, I think it's justified.
Yeah, I think we go Lookout here, keep the hole up for the worst cards. I mean, this one is not fun, but it's temporarily, right?
Yeah.
So, the double strike was the worst to face, always.
Yeah, that's the main threat of the deck. Absolutely. Also, if they have the 2/2 Boros creature, we can block indefinitely with Serpent, which is good.
Yep. Oh, I miss Eldraine sometimes. I really do. Oh my god.
No, you shouldn't. You should.
I know, but I do.
No, Eldraine wasn't good for the game. It wasn't good.
I do. I miss it. We have Michiko. It's a really good draw again.
Yeah.
Portable hold comes in big. I think we play here the 1/1.
Yeah, I agree. Yes.
I think it's definitely something we could do here. And then we have a 2.
We don't wait for the Serpents to be bigger. We don't really need to. We should be able to draw into something else to play on turn 4 or 5. Yeah.
The Serpent is nice, so even if you draw it late, it's not a dead draw, right? Because you can just make a big creature. So
yeah, absolutely.
That's why it's a great card. Arcanist, okay. It's also a good card.
Okay, that's the other good threat.
Well,
all right.
You know how to play this game, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I will go with that.
And now I think we could have a 2/2 Serpent here, but I would play it still now because if we draw another drop, we can play it before the Michiko and make it even better. So I think
it makes sense. I agree. Yes.
Actually, I'm not.
So if we flood, we draw all lands. It's bad, of course, but this is a low land count. 22. It's not that much. So we should be able to draw into something else to play the next couple of turns. So I agree to play the creature. Yeah.
And they're on 17, and we have 5/6 with the Michiko. So it's already a lot of damage. We take these little pins here, these 1 damage into Giganta, and here we go. Right? I mean,
all right. Yeah.
I think we just do it. Just go max, right?
No reason not to. Yeah. They might have a removal spell, so you could try and save the Michiko if you want. If you want to play around the removal, but if they have the removal that targets their own creature, they have to play it now. So we will have full information. And it should be that one, the one that deals 4 damage. If they don't play anything, you could try and go for it. I mean, it's not that bad.
I think we have.
But the thing is, if they have it in hand, they might play it anyways. So you could wait. There's a reason, especially if they tap out for Giganta next turn. If they play the Giganta next turn, you know you are going to get a full attack.
No, they don't have a protection spell, so I think we actually can wait here and just attack normally. And I'm pretty sure they go for Giganta. There was no stop though. No.
Giganta though is horrible in this board.
Yeah.
Giganta doesn't do anything. It's a multicolor card, so you can block it infinitely. Okay, Citadel is a land, but it's a land that counts for Michiko, so it's really good.
We can do it anywhere.
You can leave one. Yeah, you can leave 1 Stone Serpent if you want, man.
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, we play here the safe way. And it's 4 life is not where you want to be usually.
Usually not.
Yeah.
It's not 0, but it's not 20 or 16 either.
That's interesting now, because how we flood. I mean, we have to go on the flyer here.
We might not.
What is their
You
removal
could
spell?
try to go for the Serpent. Because the Flyer is going to... The Flyer can win the game in 4 attacks.
That's true, because if they have a
And
removal
only
spell...
Virtuoso can block, yes. Yeah, so they have Reckless Rage, which is what we thought they had.
Yep.
Unfortunately, we drew 2 lands in a row.
Doesn't help too much, but yeah. We definitely need to keep the
But
Flyer.
we are still winning.
Yeah,
Depends on their hand, of course, and Virtuoso is a huge threat.
Yep.
But we are still winning. If that's the only removal spell they have...
And also...
And even we have many top decks that win the game automatically, of course, too.
Okay.
Okay.
Starting to do damage. But if they attack, they take 2. They take 2, which is dangerous.
They might have to attack anyway.
Yep.
To win the game, right? So they might attack still.
It's an interesting
Of course,
position,
this is why this is why the Virtuoso is so amazing in the deck too. Like drawing and discarding the extra lands in the late game, it's fantastic for that deck.
Here we have an interesting thing, right? We could block it, but then they can attack with Giganta, even though we get a Michiko, which is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 6/6 though, which is not too bad as a blocker.
And this could be more than 6.
Yeah.
We don't know.
So what
but
do
I
you think?
still think I would let it through. I think yes.
I think they will do maximum maybe like 10 damage. Yeah.
The problem, of course, is they can attack with trample, depending on. Okay.
That's a card, right?
Well, we are ready for this matchup post ball.
Yeah, we are ready.
It looks like we are ready for the matchup, right?
Let's say hello. We would like to have this one.
Thank you.
And we can easily put them on 1 because they can. Oh, we totally forgot about the land. I forgot about the land big time. Well, that is my bad. Well, but I can.
So Giganta wasn't useless after all.
Did you thought about the land there? I totally didn't realize. My problem sometimes is with the land art to actually see this land. Like it's like.
But this is good.
There.
This means we are playing against an opponent that is trying to win, really trying to win. Yeah. So they are concentrated. This matchup is for real.
Did you realize the land? I really didn't.
I didn't know. I
was just not there.
We might win still.
Yeah. Because they cannot attack with a 5/5 here. What? Do you think they have a way of winning off with 5?
Hey, what could happen? They could have another removal spell and Michiko becomes a 5/5.
Yep.
So they trade. But if they do that, they have to kill the 1/2.
Yep.
So Apparition survives, and Apparition is lethal.
Yep.
So it's tempting to block. They cannot destroy 2 things.
Operation is not
with
lethal
2 cards in hand
because of this land. It's 4 mana, right?
Well, but if they have to use if they use 1 mana, yes, it's not.
That's the problem. That's a hard one. If we don't block, do you think they can pump this on 10?
They shouldn't be able to do 5 extra damage, right?
That's what I think.
Yeah. So maybe you let it through. Yeah. No blocks.
I don't think they can do 5 extra damage here. Yeah.
No, they have nothing. Yeah.
So what they could do is remove this, get a creature, and block, right?
They can get another creature with removal on the apparition. Yep. Yes.
That's like the worst case scenario.
Yeah, but it's still not lethal for them.
No, because we can block with the lookout.
Yeah.
But they can...
You can also attack for 1 in the air and wait 1 more turn. But if you attack with the flyer only, they might use a removal on the flyer.
Yep. It's hard, right? They used already 1. And what is this, a 2/2, huh? That's interesting.
We might attack only for 1 and wait.
I think it's only for 1 here.
It's okay, yeah.
If they want to remove the...
It's fair to say that they drew tons of lands this game.
Yeah.
Like we did.
Sometimes we
fair
also
game.
can play to make them have it, but
Yeah, but they do have it. Yeah, okay.
yeah, just to be sure. They're on 1 now, so they need to top deck, right? Which is interesting that they went for this one, right?
Yeah, I think they should have played the removal on the 1/2 flyer.
Definitely. Yeah.
And stay at 2 life. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to win, but I don't think they have. They should have to draw the sorcery that gives trample, for example, something like that, into something else.
Yeah.
Not easy.
But now we always block with Michiko. That is 100% sure. So.
And they're thinking, so okay,
Not bad.
okay, well,
Not bad, opponent.
Yeah.
And now
Make
they
it
win.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah, they won. I mean, they top decked, right? What do you want to do? And
but we could have won this game. It's fine.
Yeah.
We sacrificed a serpent that should have been alive in the early game. We didn't realize about the land, and then we might have had to block with Michiko and not let the damage through. But it's good to know that the deck could have won that game. So
yeah, and I mean
if
they top decked the removal there too, which gave them the only out. But I think it was correct not to attack there with the because then we would have definitely lost even without them top protecting the removal, right? So we had.
And the good thing is we're playing a game 3 here.
Yep. On the play. That's an interesting matchup. We drew well, but let's hope we do.
What do you think about the opponent's deck in the format? Do you think it's playable still? Do you think it's a good deck?
I mean, on the play, it's always strong. I think on the draw, it's
that's true for most of the decks.
Yeah, especially the aggressive decks, right? Especially the aggressive decks.
Yeah. Yes.
If you have to if you play against Ensoul, you need the removal, and then maybe post board you have something against the life gain. But that's about it. That's a hand we keep.
Okay. What was the card that the opponent sided the most copies of? 1 mana, 4 damage.
Yep.
Ensoul Artifact has something to say against it.
A booty of 5. It is definitely really nice to have. We don't have a removal except a gunshot this time.
Yeah, but on the play it's fine, I think. Especially if your hand can raise.
Yep. So how would you play this line here?
Good question.
I
think I will go with Lookout. I will go with Lookout. We know that the opponent's removal deals 4 damage only.
Yeah.
And they cannot play most of the removal spells. Why would they kill the Lookout on turn 1? They're going to play their own creatures. So.
I agree. I would have done the same. Because once this is big, then it just erases you. Yeah. Here we go.
Yep. And of course, they could have 2 removal spells, and this doesn't work, but...
Yep.
They will need to have 2 red sources, too.
Yep.
So I think it's worth playing it that way.
I think so, too. This is just huge now. A huge attack here. We draw another Gunshot, which is a bit of a... Well, it happens, but it's a low curve deck, right? So it's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So I felt the deck needed 2 copies of each.
Yeah.
Of course, this can happen, but the thing is, you don't have that many slots for removal in the deck, but you need interaction in some matchups.
Yeah.
So I think you're going to win more games by having 2 copies of each of the Kamigawa lands that the games are going to lose because you have to play the second one.
Yep. Okay, well, we drew a land here, which is quite nice. It allows us to play Skrelv. Oh, that's also interesting.
And Michiko.
Yeah, I think it's Skrelv.
It's Skrelv, Michiko, and present a lethal attack next turn. Exactly, absolutely, yes. So turn 2, we attack for 5 in the air with Vigilance. Turn 3, we attack for 9.
Absolutely ridiculous. Well, and the problem is, even if they remove now the lockout, it's gonna be still really hard. Like, you have to remove a 5/5, and they need another red to do the double damage, or like,
Yeah.
Well, on the play, this was ridiculous now. Like, what in the world just happened? Well, crazy,
But we need to try to play against a Rakdos deck, for example, or a Mono Green.
I wish, but...
So some people can like see how the deck performs against...
Oh, that's a completely different...
Okay, this is a good hand. This is 2 Lookouts, Emry.
Yeah, I like it.
For 1 mana, I think it's a keep. Of course, Tezzeret can make the lookouts into 4/4s.
Yeah. So would you open with a fountain here?
Yeah, I think you should.
Yeah, because you would have to spend 2 life here anyways.
Yeah. Okay, this is Gruul. This is Gruul vehicles, probably.
Yeah, let's see.
So being on the draw, it's not good, of course.
Yeah.
They have a deck that also is trying to raise, but at least they didn't play the elf on turn 1.
I really like Otawara, by the way.
So I think I would try to play the Emry before attacking.
But
So they might want to use the Bone Crusher Giant on the lookout if you attack. But if you do it in the first main phase, I mean, well, of course they can kill Emry too. But
I would play. It
depends on.
Yeah, you play Lookout into Emry, right? So it's only 1 blue.
Yeah. So it depends if you want to let them use the removal or Emry or not, because Emry might be too slow in this matchup. So it might be better to just have the 1/2s.
But Emry costs 1 for each artifact less, right? And so we play this, and then it's only 1 blue.
Yes.
So I think.
But if they kill one of the creatures, that we cannot play Emry.
I don't think they will. Would you kill the Lockhart here?
That's the question, because if they do, it might be better for us if we want to have the Emry alive for next turn. But the thing is, I don't really think we're going to be able to use Emry.
Yeah, I think I would play
in
this
matchup
first. Okay, they actually have it. It's interesting.
Okay,
so they knew what our plan was, huh?
Yeah, do you think they played around it?
That's a good question, right? I think they played around it.
They might have, yes.
I think we keep this as a 3/3.
We might have to, yeah. Well, maybe. The thing is, it depends on what we draw next turn.
Yeah, that's
we need to be able to play the Tezzeret in the best case scenario. Oh, they don't have a third land, I think. Yeah, they don't. Okay, that's good. Oh, okay. That's even better. We can play the Serpent as a 2/2 now.
Yep. I like it.
And something good that might happen here is to have a 4/4 indestructible creature against a Gruul aggro deck. That's really good. Yeah.
What do we have here? We have a Mox Amber, a Malcator, and 3 lookouts. They found the untapped land. Okay. So this is interesting. This is an interesting turn again. We have Emry options, or we just
many
play
options.
Tezzeret,
I would love to know how would you play this.
So since they only have 2 and we have advantage on board, I would play Tezzeret first. And
yes, but to do what? Malcator is not an artifact, unfortunately. We cannot play Malcator with Emry.
I mean, you can make a 6/6 Serpent here, if you want to.
You can, but they have 2 mana untap. They might have a third Giant, so that
is a problem. Then
so that is an issue. They might have killed the Emry if they had it. But what I would do, I think I would try to play the Mox Amber with Emry and try to transform the Citadel into a 4/4 right away with Tezzeret.
Oh, you can transform the Citadel too?
Yes, and start attacking.
Huge.
If they kill Emry in response, this doesn't add mana, which sucks. But if they don't...
Well, let's go for it.
Yeah, I think it's good. Very careful with the auto tap.
Definitely have to be careful here. That is off.
So many games lost with Arena tapping the lands incorrectly.
This is the first time I played this Tezzeret, so I didn't know that line works. So, holy moly, that's a line.
Yeah, and this matchup is really good.
We just attack like
so now it depends on what you want to respect. They could have the 2/3 that gives haste, for example, to try and kill the Tezzeret. So leaving something for blocks might be good, but at the same time they have so many 3s.
I mean, they have so many 3s.
But leaving something to block, it's fine. You can even leave the Citadel for blocks if you want. But I think it's the perfect blocker for the matchup.
That's a good question. I think they will just bring a 5/5 out.
Okay. So it's 4 or even 6. The thing is, you can sacrifice Tezzeret next turn to create a 6/6 with a Serpent. So maybe leaving the 2/2 to block the 1/1 still it's good. Yeah,
I would do it this way.
So drawing the second copy of Emry was unfortunate. We have only 2. But also we have Otawara in hand.
Yep.
And this is why I think this deck needs to play a couple of those. A couple of Otawaras, a couple of Gigantios.
Yeah. So you have something, yeah. Okay, they had the haster.
They had it. Okay. So I think we block still, and we transform the Mox into a 4/4, and now we raise. Because we replay the Serpent with Emry next to. Oh my god! Oh my god! Figure out how you want to play this.
I need to read this card first. I need to read
this. Oh
wow!
Oh my god!
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I mean, I want to give you the options. So
I think the timer is the problem. So we can choose
this turn. Teferi can untap one of your lands and one of your artifacts. That means 2 mana.
Here,
and also you can untap Emry. So with the extra mana you create, you can replay 2 1-drops. Or even a 2-drop and a 1-drop from your grave.
Yeah, so we definitely go.
So it will give you 2 Emry activations.
Okay, let's go this. Then we do Emry first. And then we get the Lookout here. And then we're gonna plus, right? And then we untap Artifact.
It's Mox, a land, and Emry, yeah.
And then we're gonna do matter too much now. Now we have this situation. Now we're gonna play this, right?
Yeah, careful with because the Mox doesn't add white mana, so it's only blue.
So
we have to play a Serpent.
Now we can play a Serpent, or we just attack and untap this.
We could go for both. The thing is, I think we want to raise.
Yeah.
The other option is to make one of the lookouts 4/4/2 and play the Serpent. Use this second use of Emry.
Yeah, I have no time.
The other option was to not sacrifice the Tezzeret, but okay, go for a 4/4. You are playing, so.
I have no time, dude. I have the problem is new card time. I think we go full max damage here, and now we can.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Right, we can.
It's fine. You can play for 0 if you want.
Oh. Yeah, it's hard.
Or use Otawara.
I literally never played this Teferi and this Tezzeret, so this is literally the first time. But I mean, I can see now what you can do with the deck, so that's quite nice. That's when you pilot. I still.
We got to see the options. We got to see this turn with Teferi, because Teferi seems like it's doesn't belong here, but it really does so much stuff here. It also gives you cards that sometimes in many decks where the opponent has tons of removal against the fatal push decks, for example, where you cannot start attacking fast in the early game. Cards like Teferi work both ways. They're good when you are ahead, and they're good when you are behind too. Or they might be good when you are behind too. Yeah.
That's interesting. I mean, Teferi here, we can just let it go through, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we just want to have the plus, right? And they can still play something because they hasted it. Probably the 5/5, but Otawara here as a bounce is also quite nice.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, there's so many options again.
So remember that Darkseid Citadel is also a creature, so if you would like to attack and then untap it again, you could do it.
I think we're just gonna attack here first with everything.
So much fun.
Yeah. Okay, so
of course they have a slow start.
We're gonna play
it would have been a completely different game if they had a good curve, but
we're gonna play Emry so we get a mana here. Then we plus, and this. Then we have 5 mana. I want to keep the bounce on hand.
I agree.
And that's it. I think it was actually correct not to play the Serpent there, right? Just to have that bounce.
Yeah. It might have been, yes.
Yeah. Because they cannot play
this was so much fun.
What happened? I mean, I think Glass Casket's an amazing card here. I mean, even though they have vehicles, but all these big creatures. Even like I mean, Apparition is interesting. It deals with the Chariot, but it dies fast, and they will board in more.
Yeah, but I think we need it. I think we need it. even to remove an elf, it's fine. We have to. On the draw, some lines are going to be optimal. Thirst of Knowledge, it's too slow on the draw. Even on the play, might be. Emry, you could take out too.
I think we need to take out Emry on the draw.
Yes, yes. They're going to be fast as they can in game 2. We need to be ready for the turn 1 elf, turn 2, 3 drop. That kind of game.
So I will take out Teferi over Tezzeret here.
Makes sense, yes. And you can add the Harvester too. Harvester is not ideal, but it blocks some of the threats. It blocks well, and it's also really good for racing situations.
Yeah, the 4/4.
They might not be able to block it or remove it, and Harvester with Michiko, if you get it into stalemate, that you defend yourself with glass caskets and portable holes, and then one Harvester with Michiko can win a race.
I think we go 2 Harvester and cut 1 Tezzeret here, I mean.
That's good.
I would go like this.
Yeah, that's really good.
Harvester is a really interesting card here, but it's like I literally play with 2 Planeswalker. I never build a deck or played with. I'm looking at it's like a wall of text. Back in the days, Planeswalker had like one line.
Yeah, yeah. Some of them were simpler. Yes.
I like this.
Okay.
Like
this is a keep.
A lot of glass.
This is a keep. So one thing that might happen at some point is having the Malcator. We have the Malcator and Darkseid Citadel in hand now. If we find one of the Mox Ambers, we can at some point play the Malcator with the Mox Amber and create 2 3/3s in the same turn.
And we can also use this counts for the Malcator too, right? So we want to keep the land here for now.
That's correct.
And just use the glass casket.
Liberator. We need to remove that, unfortunately. Yeah.
We have to. Yeah. And yeah. Overseer this could actually be really cool. Like just that line in general. Oozy.
Yeah. Oos. Why they are playing Oos? Because they saw us playing Emry before.
Yeah.
That card is not good against us, but okay.
That's interesting. So we literally have the option to play Overseer into 3 artifacts next turn.
Yeah. But at the same time, I don't think Oos is a card that we want to remove. We might want to save our removal spell for something else. It's not a huge threat. So I might just play the Malcator here.
Yeah, I would do the same here. Because I rather get rid of like any of the 5/5ers. Because 5/5 seems like where it's kind of hard to go through because of our 4/4s.
And the thing is, if they use a removal spell to kill Malcator,
still have a 3/3.
It's not a huge deal.
Yeah.
It's sad because we knew we could have another 3/3, but it's not a huge deal.
Oh, imagine they tap out and then just then have fun. Oh, it's beautiful.
It's a good investment. For 3 mana, Malcator is a really good investment. Yeah. It's not Blaze Splicer.
Okay.
Blaze Splicer was better,
We have
of
something
course,
we want to remove
but
here.
still very good.
This we have to get rid of. I think we have to use the Apparition here. We could also
On the Chariot?
Yeah. But we could also just casket. It's like... I mean, we can also gunshot the casket. So, at the Chariot, I mean.
Yeah, definitely you have to think. So, going Apparition on the Chariot is always risky,
because
right?
It's 4/4. Okay, it's
yeah,
probably...
they already get the guts.
It's Citadel, Serpent, and Mite, maybe. Then we get an extra 3/3.
Yeah, might be correct even to go Skrelv and Casket only. It doesn't use the mana, all the mana correctly, but creates another 3/3.
Yeah, I agree.
And you save the Serpent for to do it bigger. Like you could get a 5/5 Serpent at some point, and we save the Apparition for a better threat. So I think I would go that way. Yeah.
Would you remove the Oozy, right?
Yeah,
The other ones, I mean, they are tokens, sure. Probably gonna use
the idea was to save the casket for something better, but I think this turn you want to play the other casket still. So
yeah.
All right.
I totally forgot that casket is also an artifact. Like it's ridiculous. Yeah. Like yeah.
That's why it works.
Enchantment, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Yeah. I mean, this could be a potential 5/5, which is over Chariot, right?
And it's also good because as a 5/5, it could block the Sky Sovereign too. Oh, okay.
That is a nasty one.
That's a good yeah, but that's a good apparition target. Oh my god, they're going to copy the
Yep, that's
the
a nasty
3/3.
one.
What the fuck?
That's a nasty one.
Okay, I think we let it through.
Yeah,
Right?
I think we have to, but this Chariot is not easy to deal with. Because we only have 2 whites, so we can never use this one efficiently.
Yeah, it's unfortunate we cannot play Apparition and leave up a Gancho.
Yeah, that is the sad
With
part.
4 mana, we could have been able to, but we need three white sources.
Yeah. And we have to use it now, or otherwise we lose our board.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Sadly.
But at the same time, they won't have good attacks here. They have attacks, but next turn we're going to get the 3/3 untapped again. And it's not a lethal attack here, so I think we're doing fine still.
Interesting. It's really interesting. I mean, of course, the Gruul has big things. Big things coming. It's always dangerous once you see the Gruul gets more and more mana, because you know, ooh, now the boys come.
Yeah. Let's see if they have the Sovereign this turn. I think they do not.
I honestly want to block this. Or do you think we get more 3/3s? Because this is a problem.
So at least blocking the 3/3 might be okay. Of course, we need to think how we're going to win the game, right? Not only not dying, but how to win. But we didn't block the Chariot last turn, so blocking it now doesn't make much sense.
Probably go for this.
Because it's true, if we get another 3/3, but the Chariot is alive, the opponent's getting another 3/3 too every single turn, so that's a problem. But if we get to play, because the thing is, we have the Gancho in hand for the Chariot.
Yeah.
We have a Serpent that could be 5/5.
I'm gonna block this here.
So like, yeah.
Because going now on 6 against Rakdos is just probably too much.
Yeah. 6 life, it's risky, of course. Okay, that's good. That's really good.
Yep.
That's something we wanted to happen with an
definitely
Skrelv in hand. It's
hand.
really good. Yeah. That is also why playing 4 Skrelvs, it's fine. I usually don't want to play maybe some legendaries you do not play 4 copies of, but Skrelv, the first Skrelv, will die most of the time.
Yeah, I think we just get rid of that 3/3 over there finally. And then we can, I think we just make a token here again.
Yeah. This is a 3 artifact turn again. Yes.
So now they
went all in on Graveyard Hate.
Yeah.
They don't really know what we are playing, of course.
Yep, and it's definitely good to know that blocking the 3/3 here was the good decision now with the portable hole. So they definitely have no way to do anything anymore. And
yeah, I agree.
We never block with this one. So the thing is, we have blockers here, right? If we want to, we can like block. So I think we go in with those 2. If you want to double block, you never know what comes, right? I would just go in with these 2 here. Because racing at this point is quite tricky, right?
Yeah. You could leave the option to use now, maybe, now that we get a 3/3, maybe Malcator and a 3/3 to block the...
We get a 3/3.
Now makes sense.
Yeah. We get the 3/3, that's correct. So we could, I think, actually attack with them then. If we get the extra 3/3, I can see it, yeah. Because now, if they really want to attack, they still have to sacrifice Chariot.
Yeah, in theory, they don't have great attacks. And also, attacking this turn makes easier for us to try to win the game at some point too. If they're still at 20, they found the...
That's a dangerous
They found the Soaring. Yeah, that's really unfortunate, yeah.
Because now they get copies of this one.
That was really bad, yes.
Yeah. One more turn and our Mite would have been active, right?
Yeah, the Soaring is really good. It's really powerful. It's tough to win. So I think we will look.
Yeah, we have to.
We double block the Chatter now. Yeah.
We definitely have to.
So I don't really know if we can win now.
This one is really hard to deal with.
Yeah, especially with the 4/4s. Yeah, Chariot with the apparition tokens is also ridiculous.
Yeah, I think this is game.
Yeah, this is game. We cannot block in the air. They attack for 6. But a good game still.
Yeah.
Tough game.
Yeah.
We managed to see why Malcator can be really good in the deck too. So
it's interesting.
It was a 3 mana for 4 power worth of creatures, and we created 2 more 3/3s.
Yep.
Just for 3 mana, we invested. So.
And maybe like the Tezzeret more on the play.
Could be good. You could also play a Rebuke on the play. They have tons of 4-drops and even 5-drops. It's not crazy to think to play Rebuke.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to play the Harvest on the play.
Might be better to have Rebuke.
Yeah, I think so too. I think we go like this. The rest we just need.
It's so easy to have Rebuke up in this deck. Hey, one fantastic interaction, for example, is the Swooping Lookout. When you have those draws that work pumping the Lookout, Lookout has Vigilance, so you can attack in the same turn as you leave the Lookout and tap for the counter spell.
That mechanic really is so beautiful. Like just paying spells with artifacts, amazing.
Yeah. Yes.
Especially counters. That's always nice because you don't play really around it, right? You see 1 mana up, you see like, okay, it's maybe a Spell Pierce, whatever. And then, nope, it's not a Spell Pierce. And I mean, no one would play Spell Pierce against Gruul, I guess. Yeah, I mean, but you would never do it, right? So.
And I don't really think that the Gruul player would think we would have counters post-board in this matchup. They might, but I don't really think so.
What do you think? Will they board out their Graveyard Tate again after they saw there was no Emry, but they didn't see any card, right?
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I think they're going to change the deck now. They saw that we are not playing specifically with the Graveyard, so they might remove all those cards that didn't do that much last game, Okay, kind of a weaker hand, unfortunately.
It's like you have to remove...
Might still be keepable, though.
Yeah, it's like... Yeah... I think we
might still be a game. This might be a turn 1 Serpent. It's a weak hand, but you have removal for the Elf.
Yeah.
You have removal with the Apparition. You have the Rebuke. And we play the Serpent on turn 1, I think, because we want to have the creature in play if we draw the Scissors or Michiko at some point.
I agree. I mean, it is playable for sure, especially with Rebuke and double removal. Because if we remove the creatures and then remove the bigger spells... here's the Elf. So we're gonna get rid of the Elf here. Definitely so dangerous whenever they have like a turn 2 5/5 or some stuff like that.
Yeah, I personally don't really like. What do you think about the Gruul deck? I don't really like it. Most games when the opponent removes your turn 1 Elf and you have those 3-drops stacked in hand, it becomes a really slow deck. Very slow.
I agree. So, what are our main targets for Rebuke?
This is annoying.
This is really annoying.
This is really annoying.
Because if we don't do this, then many cards could be dead, right? Which is a problem.
Yeah. Not... You can use the Scissors on the Portable Holes or the Casket too. I think I would let it resolve and use the Apparition next turn and leave the counter for something else. I don't think we can waste the Rebuke here. It might have been true that we had to mulligan this hand. On the play, you usually want the most explosive ones. Now, this is a reactive hand.
Okay.
But let's see.
They have another Bone Crush on hand, huh? Why would they play it this way, right?
Yeah, weird. Yeah, they might want the Elf to play a 5-drop next turn.
I mean, we have to.
So portable.
Yeah.
Yeah, portable hole we play 100%. I think the lookout you play too.
Mm-hmm.
It's annoying to let them use the Bone Crusher if they have it, but I don't think it makes sense to save it.
Mm.
If they have it, they have it. They might not have it. They might have 5 drops and 4 drops.
Oh wow, they didn't have it yet. They went for the 5.
Yeah, that's
now,
fantastic.
So that's good for us.
And I'm much happier that we saved the Rebuke.
Yeah.
It's like now countering a Chariot, for example, it's fantastic here. We still need to draw something to win.
Yeah. The Chariot is so much value. Like, it's definitely a super good card. And it's probably the one that comes here.
Oh my god. Okay.
They kept it, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that is whatever.
And they paid 2 life also. Wow, what a bad draw.
That is a really bad draw.
Yeah.
We just keep it on
So
hand for the Malca thing, right?
Absolutely, yes. Absolutely correct. Yeah. We want one of the 4 Malcators, one of the 4 Scissors, one of the 4 Michikos, one of the 2 Tezzerets. So we have many good draws. Even Harvester wouldn't be that bad here. No, we removed the Harvester, right? Yeah. Okay, they had it.
Interesting. So, I mean, we have to keep Operation for one of these and just this up for... We may have to play the land here. There's a world where we actually have to play the land. Even though it's nice for this.
Okay. It's funny because that elf might give them the chance to pay the 3 from the Rebuke at some point. It's so annoying. Of course, this situation can happen also having the Amber without a legendary creature, which sucks. But it's still an artifact. It synergizes well with the deck.
I think we have to play the Otawara, use Operation on Giant and keep Rebuke up.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's the best line we can do here.
Yeah, for now, yes. So I want to emphasize on that. It might be true that we had to mulligan this hand. It was too reactive, maybe.
Yep.
Because this deck has those free wins, especially in the play against these decks, where you have a 5/5 attacking on turn 2, and that's just game.
Yeah.
The opponent was dead against a... Oh my god, that's the counter. Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
let's go.
That's a beautiful Rebuke. I mean, they also have double Bone Crusher again, so it's not like, you know.
Yeah.
It's not bad. That's a good draw. That's actually a good draw, considering how much crew power this needs to, huh? I think we go with a 4/4 here, and then they play the other Bone Crusher and we get rid of it again.
Yes.
And we can swing here as well, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing also is that those decisions with this deck, as with many other decks, you get better and making better decisions the more you play a deck. If we test this deck for a couple of days, a week, and we realize that the deck cannot win a long game, a reactive game against Gruul, for example, we might just mulligan that hand and look for something more proactive.
It's interesting. The hand in the end, it's not even been that bad, right? Like, retrospect perspective, this is a bit of an annoying attack here, that they can push in some damage if they want to. Because even if we get rid of this, they just have a block now, which is a bit sad. But you have to get rid of a Chrome War here. Because
absolutely. Yes. So we are definitely playing with a weak draw.
Yep.
We drew most of the reactive cards only.
Getting a Tezzeret or something wouldn't even be bad right now.
It might also be true that when you side in all the removal spells, you want to keep every Planeswalker too, to make up for that.
Yeah. Mox Amber's interesting if we remove Emry, right? We could consider removing Mox Amber once we remove Emry too.
Yes, might also be true, yes. So we need them not to draw something too powerful here. Another 3-drop, maybe, it's fine. Another elf is really good.
This one is... There's no card in the graveyard, though.
Okay, Malcator.
is not a bad draw. I think so. I mean, they can make a decision here, right? Do they want to block? I think they will just block with this, so that they can actually up this.
You have the option also to save the Malcator, to try and find another artifact next turn, and play Malcator next turn and make 2 3/3s. If you think we don't really need the 3/3 to block now, that we can take one.
I don't think we need to
might
block.
be correct to save it.
I think we save it, but I think we attack with the Serpent here.
That's really good.
Because even if they block with this, right?
Yeah, it's a good trade.
I think we can still go for it.
The only thing that concerns me are the mutables too.
Yep. I'm okay with them using that as a blocker, to be honest.
Okay.
I mean, I knew they will want to make this stronger, right?
Yeah. But this is really good, and it's also kind of crazy. So we are saving the Malcator and try to take another artifact next turn to make 2 3/3s. That might make the difference in the game.
Let's draw it, I would say. I mean, it's not bad, you know.
No, I mean, you say the 3 apparitions. You want to draw the 3 apparitions in the game.
Yeah. So, I mean, the 5/5 is definitely annoying. That Hearse is annoying, and we cannot attack anyways because of the elves.
Yeah, we remove the Hearse with apparition. We play apparition.
We have to do that, but it's kind of sad to do it, right?
Yeah, it's kind of sad to use apparition in the wrong sideboard card of the opponent. But you have to do what you have to do.
And we cannot attack.
It's also funny that they drew 4 elves.
Yeah.
The four January elves. No.
I wish this would be an enchantment too. That
would be insane. Yeah.
Or an artifact would be even better. But we cannot, like, seeing this many cards on their hand, makes me kind of sad.
Okay.
Yeah, artifact at least. I mean, it's a short-term answer.
Yeah, but I think I would still save Malcator for now.
Yeah, we have to save it. I also would save it here. If we save it until now, then. Because otherwise we could have swung at least once with the 3/3.
Yeah.
At least
it's crazy also to think that this game would have been completely different if we had maybe 10 more games.
Yep.
Or we had experienced this matchup before.
Definitely, yeah.
Because what you said about the Mox Ambers might be also true. It might be that you don't want them for game 3 when you remove Emrys.
Yep.
They're still really good. It's a good card in the deck, but sometimes when you have this type of draws that's so reactive and you're not doing anything to advance your attack, your game plan, it's not a good card. Okay, so we use a Ganshu here.
It's nice that we get rid of this. Cannot really. I mean, you block it, it's not worth it.
No.
And we also on 20 life, so let's just draw a really cool artifact here. Like a really nice artifact. And they can play Giganta here, which is...
Yeah, they're going to play it. Unless they drew something different, but I assume they drew the well, they drew the 4/4 last turn, so... Yeah. Okay, that's phenomenal.
Oh, wow. Here we
go.
That's
an artifact.
Yeah. So we play him first, and then we go Lookout into Ember, huh? Oh, whatever. The flyer here is quite big. If we draw a Michiko, this could actually be the game winning play.
So this is a game with 0 Michikos and 0 Scissors. One of those two, it's 8 cards in 60. The deck needs to find one of those, I think. Or even Tezzeret. We have the 2 Tezzerets. Tezzeret would be amazing here. Yeah.
We have... Yeah, I mean, it's 10% chance of Michiko right now. Which is quite good.
Yeah.
Like, even the Serpents are not bad cards.
That's fine.
All fine.
That's also fine.
They really want this. I mean, it's not a bad card. I mean, this one is a bit annoying.
Yeah, not the worst.
But I think we're going to play it here already. I mean, we cannot wait 2 turns, right? I mean,
no, we cannot. No.
I mean, there's a chance we
can...
can...
Yeah.
Because their thing can go actually to a 3/3. So we can once start in trade with these. And they're hers, right?
Oh, so they were saving Boseishu. That was the card they were not using.
Interesting.
Makes sense, because there's only elves
Yeah.
in the casket and portable host. There wasn't really a very good target for it.
Okay, so now, I mean, they have a bigger hearse, but now our plan of attacking with the 3/3 is gone. We need to dodge the big ship, the flagship. The flagship.
Yeah, but I think in this position, we might have better top decks than the opponent, honestly. Between the Tezzerets, the Scissors, and the Michikos, that's 10 cards.
Yep.
10 cards that might win the game automatically.
Yeah.
So.
Even Ensoul, Michiko, Tezzeret, good cards. Yeah.
And you said Serpent is still a good card, decent draw.
Yeah, a 6/6 Trampler. You cannot really attack in it.
Oh, wow. They're coming. Wow. Makes sense, though, huh? So I would champ block with Malcator, I think.
Yeah. I think Malcator right now will not be used anymore. It's not an artifact that goes towards our other plans. So
yes.
Seems like a
champ. And makes drawing another Malcator even better too. We have three more.
Also, we need the 3/3s just to be able to have the threat of blocking Giganto good. So let's just top deck not a land. I mean, Ooze.
Ooh.
Should not talk.
Wow.
I should not talk.
This has been a phenomenal game so far.
Yeah.
Don't know if we're going to win or not, but
I think
we're playing with a weak hand. We're playing with weak cards. This deck is capable of much more powerful stuff.
I mean, they're still on 8. It's interesting that they go for the hearse here.
Instead of using use, right?
Yeah. I mean, they're not 8. If we draw a Michiko,
I don't know why they're removed,
2, 3,
but
4, 5, 6. Oh, it would be 1 off lethal if we draw a Michiko, right?
I think it will be lethal. We have 6 artifacts
6
with Michiko.
Oh yeah,
7.
It counts alone. Yeah.
It's not because of the use, but it would be 8 damage.
Yeah.
So how much life can the use win?
They can
now?
do
It's
2 life.
1, 2 life. Okay.
What did they draw? A land, right? They should also draw lands. I mean, we play less lands. Can we also?
We are playing 22. Wow, this is a weird attack. What's going on here?
I mean, if that's not a removal, I mean, I think they wanna get Bone Crusher again.
So the thing is that the opponent needs to clear the 3/3s. Make space for the land to start attacking, for the ooze.
I don't think
trading Giganta is good.
I think we have to.
So you might consider not blocking, yeah.
I think we have to let it through, especially if we draw the Michiko, right? It gives. I mean, even without them, Michiko still gives them a clock, but I feel like it's a Bone Crusher Giant the way they watches the removal spell, huh?
Ah, that's unfortunate. Yeah. Wow.
Should have played this, but well.
Okay, now it's scary. Now
it gets scary. If you draw
clearly
naked
behind.
3 turns. Oof.
Yeah, now scissors are not really a good draw. We have a 5/5 only. We'll make the Mox Amber a 5/5, but that's not good. That's not enough. Michiko, now that we don't have the flyers, not that good. Tezzeret might be good. Keeping the land in hand for Tezzeret to draw and discard could be good here.
Yeah, could have kept the other land too, but I was like, if we draw Serpent.
Yeah, but we need to block. Now we need to block.
We need to block this one.
So, yeah, so the double with the 3/3, it's fine. We champ with the... We might champ with one of the apparitions, honestly.
I already
or
looked.
Just...
Yeah, because of the full
we
attack.
We take 8. It's... Yeah, the full attack next turn might be lethal.
I mean,
but...
it doesn't matter. We just draw 6 lands in a row.
So close.
I think this is it.
Okay.
I think we pack up.
Yeah. But I also think we learn a lot from the deck.
Yeah. Oh, that's an interesting one, right? That's an interesting one.
I think I would still keep.
I would keep
We need
too.
the third land at some point, but I think I would still keep. On the play, I would keep it.
Michiko pressure is still there.
Yeah. So of course, if we lose the Serpent, it's sad.
Then it's sad, yeah. Then it's a sad one.
It's sad, of course. Let's hope the opponent's playing Gruul and not Rakdos with Giganta. Rakdos might not be a really good matchup, and especially with this hand, that we need the Serpent to survive.
It's Rakdos.
Okay. We have the third land, though, so we have a game.
I mean, the only good part about the Serpent is it's Mayhem Devil proof.
Yeah, that's good.
That's.
But they have tons of ways to deal with it. They claim the Fierce Forms are good. But if they, of course, Fatal Push. It also survives the Harvester. That's what I was going to say. It survives the Harvester, which is good. So this is a key turn.
Yeah.
I think we have to play the Knowledge and wait in the Michiko. Yeah. We need to improve the hand.
I think we need to improve the board too. That's why we have to keep Michiko too, right?
Yeah, I agree.
The only sad thing is that this becomes a 2/2 and a target for Harvester next turn, but they can only use it as a sorcerer, which is quite nice.
Okay, they're racing. Which makes sense.
Keeping mana.
It really depends on their draw. Yeah, it's difficult for them to think what we could have. They're thinking about counter spells, of course. Definitely not Thirst of Knowledge. Yeah. No one ever plays Thirst of Knowledge.
Yep.
So this might mean a removal. Okay.
I'm glad it's not a removal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oof. There's an artifact. Yeah, I think we discard Skrelv.
Yeah, we have to. It's too late. It comes in. It will not do what we want. This isn't... Okay. There's so many things going on now. If we raise this...
How do we play this? Because we have many options. Yep. Playing one of the Planeswalkers might be good. Play the Planeswalkers now, instead of waiting. But going all in on the Serpent is not good, for example. Making the Serpent a 4/4, it's not good. Playing Teferi might be good, -2. Or maybe even maybe one Michiko and Emry is also not that bad.
Interesting, right?
Yeah, because Emry on the board, it's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Now they don't have the blood token, so they can use the Harvester to kill Emry. So it might be good to use Michiko, attack for 4 with the Serpent, and play him.
I think it's actually the best play.
Yeah.
Because we also prefer... I mean, the thing is, this one as Trample is so strong here, right? This makes this a 3/3, which I like a lot. In case they have the Devil, they have to go a bit longer ways.
This is a tricky matchup, hard matchup, absolutely.
The Tezzeret is still really interesting here, because it's a huge Trampler we can go next turn. But we also can just go Michiko for a big boy Trampler. And we can actually Emry a land, right? If you want to.
Emry is only cast, I think. You cannot play the lands.
Okay, we lost Emry here. Yeah. They found another Harvester. But that is actually not even that bad. Right? Like, I'm not even too scared of losing Emry here.
No. Okay.
That's also fine.
Might be Tezzeret's turn, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, Otawara. At some point, it's not a good card in the matchup, but it's good to have that.
I think it's a Teferi making this a 7/7. Teferi. If we play Teferi, Teferi and
it's Teferi and Tezzeret. It's hard to. Sometimes I also say Teferi and mean Tezzeret and the other way around.
I mean, you could play Teferi, Otawara, and Michiko too.
might be the line. What I'm thinking is next turn, it's more likely that the opponent's going to have removal for the Serpent. Discarding 2 cards with Fable, a Fatal Push, or a Claim the Firstborn would do it. They have something to sacrifice with. So going all in on the Serpent doesn't look like it's a good line. So Teferi, Michiko, an attack, it's decent. Also, they could kill Teferi. But if they attack Teferi with everything,
Tezzeret?
I think I will go with Teferi Michiko.
Okay, so
this turn.
the same as I would do. Okay, then I would say we go for that. I mean, we have to play the land here anyways, right?
Yes, we have. Yeah. But Otawara is not. Be careful. We already have one Otawara in play.
Yeah, that is so true. So we have to play this first.
Yeah. Of course, the other option is to not play anything, attack with Serpent, and then untap the Serpent to have it to block.
Yep.
It's another line. Michiko adds 4 more damage. So they're going to 3.
I think,
with the cat, they're going to 4.
I think this becoming a 4/4 is really important here too.
Yeah, that's also really good. Yes.
Just to make sure I don't click the wrong thing here.
Of course, they can miss on Fatal Push or claim the Firstborn. That would be great.
That would be really great.
As you said, Mayhem Devil. Oh, the attack with the 4/4 was not good because of the cat.
Oh, boy, I was streaming. I was looking at the time. I was literally. But do you think they will attack here?
Yeah, I mean, Michiko defending Teferi was really good.
Yeah, but if they attack
the fact
here,
that
yeah, I mean that. Yeah. I guess I was streaming there. It is. It
depends
also,
on what happens with the Serpent. If the Serpent survives, then we have the game still. Oh, they're playing Crocs main deck.
That was definitely not the best, but we get another Michiko. Oh. Interesting.
We have another trigger, yes, that's true.
Okay, if the Serpent survives, this is it, right? Okay.
Okay, that's not a Fatal Push or claim the Firstborn. If they had claimed the Firstborn, they would have played in the first main phase, so they do not have it. It's Fatal Push or nothing.
Yep.
I think we have this. So this is +4/+4. And with Tezzeret, it's +8/+8 in total.
It looks
I
like
think I win 1 life. If they have it, that's game. If they don't, that's game for us. I think that.
Yeah, they don't have it. Then they search it right now.
Or they might think they can ping the Serpent, which they cannot.
If they top decked it here, yeah. I mean.
Oh, they're killing this in response to make it smaller. Small Michiko trigger. Okay.
Yep, but we still have.
I think it's lethal still. Yep. What a game, eh? This was a fantastic game. This is a hard matchup.
Yeah. This is a crazy one. I mean, many decks I saw don't even play the claims anymore.
Depending on the meta game, right? Claim might be a 4-off main deck or a 0 main deck, depending on the meta game. Absolutely. Oh, that stop. I don't like that.
But what do they want to?
Oh, that's up because they. They have mana floating. That's why it's the game stopped. I think.
It's like a danger. It's like my heart. No, what did I miss?
Yeah. And if they top deck Fatal Push, that's alright too. I mean,
they get 1 life here from the cat, right? Which is not so cool.
Yeah, but it's still not enough. Still not enough. They go to 6. They can block 1.
Yep.
And it's lethal. Wow.
These
amazing
serpents,
game.
wow. Yeah. These serpents are so good, huh?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Okay. So how do we improve this?
We need ways to deal with the Mayhem Devils, right? This is like we need the classic set of removals here. We can also play Hearse here because of Croxa and of the cat, right?
Yeah, we're good. And also, I think most of the cyber comes in. In this matchup, we cannot rely on like a fast draw,
especially
with tiny creatures.
On the draw. I mean, Serpent stays. I think Skrelv is,
Yes, Serpent stays.
just not useful here.
Yes, Skrelv might not be that good. We need to plan for a grindier game. It's if we remove Skrelvs, the Ensoul Artifacts are harder to play too, so we might remove those. We might remove the Mox Amber too if we of course if we remove Skrelv, we remove the Mox Amber too.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I would remove the Mox Ambers.
Emry is still okay for the grind.
Yeah, Emry might still be fine.
Like it's a card that sure they can remove it, but we also have the removal for their stuff, so it's not like I think the Emry is not too bad. So now one card we have to remove. One more.
Yeah, Malcator is also very good. The Planeswalkers are really good.
Yeah.
Apparition is something we need to play.
Yeah.
Michiko, I think it's too strong for the deck to remove.
Especially with the Serpent.
You could take out one Lookout also, because now that you don't have the Scissors, the Lookouts are not that great in the deck. You could even leave 2 Lookouts and board in the Mishra's Foundry, because we have like a higher mana curve deck now, and we have 3-1 boosters, so having more mana is good.
I like this, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with minus Mox Ambers now, we also cannot rely on that mana anymore, so that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, having tons of removal for Mayhem Devil is crucial, and also for Kroxa, yeah. Yep. So what do you think, Danny, about this format? What do you think about Explorer and Pioneer? Do you think it's going to become Pioneer at some point, or not?
I wish there would be way
more.
Going to happen. Like, I wish there would be way more formats. Like, okay, I think we keep this hand. We have double removal here. I think this is fine. I wish we had draw a Planeswalker in the land and then can grind a bit. We're gonna lose a card here.
Yeah.
Wow.
We might. Okay, that's good.
Yeah. I mean, looks like a hole to me here.
I don't think so. If they play, the only thing that make the Portable Hoe is good here is to deny them the sack and draw 2 and create a treasure token, the instant.
Yeah. I think we have to
But they might have another card.
Yeah, but then
they might have another card.
That deck is really slow. What do you want to hit with Portable Hole except the cat, right?
The Ovens and the 3/2s.
You can also get rid of the Ovens, that's true. So wouldn't you you would play nothing? With double
I would play Fountain Tap and pass, yes. As I said, the only thing that we would deny is the draw 2.
Yeah. But it's correct.
Dispute.
It's correct, because this one can target the Oven too. That's like the main thing. If this couldn't target the Oven, then we would have to do it.
And if they play another cat, we would cry by using the Portable Holder. Okay, now I would use one.
Yeah. You have to use it on the bigger creature just to make sure. Because that one also can remove something, right? And it's an interesting thing. If we draw... This one is... I think it's a really interesting card. You really like Malcator, right? You try to build a lot with this, right?
Yeah. I try to use Malcator in Standard. Not with fantastic results still, but it's still a really good card. I think we're going to play Malcator in tons of decks in the next couple of years, yes.
I think this is just a classic Malcator turn here. But then again, this one is really annoying. But
yeah, we need to use 3 mana here. You could play
exactly.
Harvester first. You could play Harvester and then play Malcator and attack. Because you can use Malcator to crew the Harvester and leave the 3/3 up.
So true. And also we need to use the mana here, and I don't want to use Apparition on this. I definitely want to make sure I use Apparition on the Mayhem Devil.
Yeah.
In this case.
Of course, Lightning is really good, and we have the Harvester Michiko combo at some point too. So,
did you play Magic when this Marvel stuff was around? Did you play cards?
I played the Pro Tour in Japan when that when the energy were yeah. But I played Black Green with the Conscriptor and Ballista. The deck that almost won the whole thing, but Polo Vitor won with Mono Red. Yeah, I really enjoyed that standard format. It's amazing.
This is a Malcator attack here.
Yeah. We save 1 energy for the Michiko turn, I think, if we can. It's annoying to not be able to remove the ovens yet, but I think we have to use like the other line was to play the apparition on the oven, for example.
Yeah.
But the apparition is the only removal we have for the
Exactly, yeah.
Mayhem Devil.
I think here we can use one, right?
Yeah, I agree. Yes.
Oh wow, Alexa was talking. Maybe that's in the background.
I didn't hear anything.
You didn't hear? Okay.
Fatal Push would be good, of course, here.
Looks like.
Okay.
But it's okay.
That might have been a reason to save the Harvester for later, maybe, but I don't think so. So you think Explorer is going to become Pioneer soon? Or do you think it's going to take them years to do it?
I mean, it shouldn't take them years, right? So, I mean, as they use their cards here, which is at least something.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, imagine they would do that and then play 3 ovens. That would be the best ever.
What the fuck? And they didn't play the Kiki Shiki saga just to do this?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, I mean, you have so many cats. Oh shit, cats.
We might need to play double portable hold this
Yeah,
turn.
I think so too.
Which sucks,
Yeah.
but we might have to do it. Yeah.
We take a damage, you go on 8. They could 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to. It's impossible
Yes.
to survive if we don't.
But if we do survive, if we have time, the only bad thing about this line is that next turn we are not going to be able to play 2 cards. If we draw a lamp, for example, we don't have like a 3-drop and a portable hold. But I still think it's
3 damage. It's 7 damage, right? And then we cannot actively use this anymore. So yeah. Okay.
Okay. Easy turn now. Apparition that also blocks, which is fine.
I mean,
Hold
yeah.
on,
And if they want to
down
remove
to
it,
6.
they could double cat here, but they have to do it now, and then they lose Devil and get no creature. So, right?
Now let's go in face. Yes.
I mean, that's not bad.
Oh my god.
Oh, that priest.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that priest.
Oh, that's game. That sucks. So we might have to play the Harvester first, maybe, instead of the portable holds. I don't know. And the thing is, with those always we were there.
No, I think we had to do the top. I think we had to. Otherwise, they could full control on the cat with Mayhem. We would have been dead, right?
Yeah,
100%.
but you know what? It's fantastic to see that the matchup it's very playable post board. So I really think the game 1 is the harder post board. It's not impossible to play this matchup.
I mean,
so we are dead.
If you play Harvester here, oh yeah, no, we are dead. We cannot even block.
We are dead. Yeah. You see, with the priest and the cat.
Okay.
But what do you think? I think the matchup it's playable.
It's playable.
We have
it's tricky,
good interaction.
Yeah. It's a tricky one. I'm thinking of playing the Mites on the play.
The Ensoul Artifact, you mean?
Yeah, I mean, I want to play
Skrelvs.
I think the Skrelvs.
The Skrelvs could be good. It's good against the first Fatal Push, the Claim the Firstborn. It's not a bad card.
Yeah, it soaks in something, right? I kind of want to play it.
The only problem, of course, is Mayhem Devil. Killing the Skrelv with just 1 trigger.
Yeah.
It's a
hard,
nightmare
right?
scenario.
Like,
yeah.
No, I think we can actually not do it. The Mayhem Devil is just way too much because you don't have reaction to it, right? We have to go like this.
Yeah. Yeah, they play Mayhem Devil on 3 with a treasure token and it's just dead for free.
How you would upgrade? Like you literally need full heart, the artifact that doesn't allow them to play cards from the graveyard. The Gravedigger Cage, which works against Coco too, right?
Yeah, it could be good, yes. Any artifact could be decent in the day. Oh my god.
A bad hand. This is like usually you have to mulling in this, but this is a belief in the draws.
No, but the thing we have 5 lands that don't do anything.
Yeah.
I think we have to mulligan.
Yeah,
It's unfortunate, but I
yeah.
think we have to. And I insist, this is a 22 land deck, so
Yeah.
having 5 land hands, it's not common.
If we mulligan to 5, the percentage of losing is just super high. I think I would keep
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just having the Serpent here is good enough for me. I think we wait
Yeah.
with the Serpent here a bit.
We'll wait.
For
Yeah.
a bit more bam.
It's unfortunate because it's going to depend on what we draw,
Yep.
really. They get 7, so... Okay, we need to find something to play next turn. If we find something, a Malcator next turn, for example...
Then Serpent now.
Because I think I would play the Serpent now.
Yeah, we have to do something. I agree.
Yes, to free up space in turn 3 to top deck something and play it.
Yep.
An apparition, whatever, to make the turn 4 Planeswalker better, I think, yes.
If this Serpent survives here, it can do work. But then there's a lot of things they can do to get rid of the Serpent here.
Yeah. We need to find something, anything to play next turn. And something good is we have the Citadel. So we could find a 2-drop to play on turn 4 with Tezzeret and tapping 2 lands and playing the 2-drop also. Yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
If we don't fight anything this turn, that sucks.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go.
I think we go with the waste here, just in case.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Now we might have a game.
You only drew this because you like Malcator so much.
I called Malcator on this, yeah.
So next turn we have technically, not cool, but no sacrifice outlet. Okay. It's an interesting one.
Okay. Yeah, tough position. It's unfortunate. We have so much removal for the 3/3 post board. Yeah. So one thing we could do is Tezzeret and plus.
Yep.
We have another Citadel to discard to the Tezzeret. Other line is to make a 4/4 Citadel that stays tapped on the board, but you have the Citadel for next turn.
And so it's really interesting, right?
I'm tempted to draw to find removal for the Mayhem deck. I don't think.
Too. Yeah.
Yes.
And we want to keep the Teferi because of the line with the Citadel, right? You could also minus here, but plussing here is definitely better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks because you are not impacting the board, which the game requires, kind of, in this position. But yeah, oh wow. Okay, that's gas, at least.
I mean, it's called a removal. That's something. And we still have a 5/5 there. I mean, the worst is the claim, right? The claim will hurt.
Yeah, now really depends if they have claim, they have Oven. That's a claim, so it means they have something to sacrifice the 3/3 afterwards. You might just want to, well, maybe not.
I was thinking about it, but...
Yeah, because if they sacrifice the 3/3 afterwards, they kill the Malcator still. So maybe taking out the Familiar, for example. They might not have it, though.
Yeah, we get it back.
Oh, wow.
But we have this one. So maybe, yeah, but even then, I mean, this one would have died, right? We could get the cat away here, but... I mean, now we have to go with the Skycliff on the Mayhem Devil, just secure it.
Yeah, I agree. We have gas to play the long game.
Yeah.
It's also great because it looks like they don't have anything to sacrifice, so the witness, as long as we don't block the witness or don't attack into it,
yeah, I think we're gonna just attack.
They will have to wait. Yeah,
actually attack. Yeah, we attack with this one. They had a push left. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's okay. It's not too bad.
Yeah, but they're trading. It's fine.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Rather they push now. 2 cards left. I mean, now they have something to sacrifice, right? Otherwise, I would just be shocked.
Oh, that sucks. They have Dispute. Wow. So they top deck Dispute this turn. Which sucks.
It's not... Okay, I mean...
Okay, not the end of the world, but...
We can play. We have to go with Malcator.
Wait. We can do Teferi Malcator this turn too.
Oh yeah,
we
because
have
of the land.
the artifact
Yep,
land.
yep,
Yes.
yep. Okay, well, let's go.
If we dodge next turn a removal spell, if the opponent's turn is not that great next turn, I think we are winning. With Teferi in play and Thirst of Knowledge in hand, we are winning.
Yep. The
We're
first
also
is
at
great.
14.
I think I should have played this land first and tapped differently, but didn't count now. Also bad.
Of course, I
any
have the
draw
blood
spells.
token.
Okay, we're gonna.
How would you block here?
I will block the Harvester here.
Yeah, I think we kill the Harvester. Yeah.
The others, I mean, whatever, right? I mean, we can still plus here. With this is
Yeah,
really good, so.
You might want to trade with a cat too, maybe. Of course, Malcator in play is good. We are not even close to playing 3 artifacts again. We already traded one.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to. I mean, we have first, right? So maybe there's a world where it's possible.
Yeah, I like blocking with Malcator too to leave Teferi with as much health as possible, I think,
Okay.
yeah.
I can see it. Okay, it's not too bad.
Okay, that's absolutely fine, yeah.
Let's go.
Please. It's 3 cards, Danny. Okay, that's gas. Remember, we can untap the lands with Teferi, so we have mana to play anything.
Yeah, but now the question is, what do we keep, right?
Yeah, I think Portable Hole and Malcator.
Yeah,
play
I think
both.
so too.
So glad we traded the Malcator.
Yeah. I mean, you're the Malcator master here. That is for sure. It's not me.
Malcator can.
It's not me.
This is Malcator saying thank you for giving me some competitive play.
Definitely.
But I do really think the card is very good. It will find its time.
It will. Yeah, Malcator.
Soon enough.
Interesting here. What would you get rid of?
Hey, one of the weaknesses.
Yeah, I would
absolutely.
say so too,
Yes.
They also have
absolutely.
a graveyard, so.
And I don't think we have the time to save the Portable Hole for later. We have to play it, I think. So
I'm gonna keep the land just in case if we draw first. Teferi Alive.
Okay, if they draw a land and play, Teferi Alive is huge. Yeah, absolutely. Planeswalkers. If we can keep the Planeswalker alive for a couple of turns in this matchup, it can make the difference. The key is that we cannot play the same game plan as in game 1. We cannot do this in this matchup. They have too much removal. So we need to rely on card advantage. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, now the -2.
Yeah, another portable hole, huh? 3 cards, put one of them into your hand, rest on the bottom of your library, okay? I mean, it has to be the Skyclave operation here.
Yeah, for Malcator, it's...
I mean, it's just because of you, but we have to go with Skyclave here. It's kind of fun.
Yeah. The 9, then the draw is good. Also removing the unlucky witness, but I think we remove both, to be honest. Like both. The witness and the
I think so
Kiki-Shiki.
too. I think this one is for the... Yeah. Yeah, we have to do this. Kiki-Chiki, I mean, they draw 2 and they discard 2, right?
Exactly, yes. They have the Gigante in hand that doesn't do anything. They will discard that, and if they draw a land, they draw 2 extra cards. It's too much value, yes. And removing the witness is also fine. We could save the Portable Hole for later, also, because the witness is not dying yet unless they draw into something, but they might. Yeah. So using the Portable Hole here is I think it's really good.
I think it's safer to play this now and the witness here.
Yes.
Agree.
So hopefully next turn we draw something to play, so we can use Teferi +1 and not have to sacrifice it.
Okay, so we go for the Fable here, huh?
Yeah.
I think we have to. It's just too deep.
Great game so far.
Great game.
I was thinking that maybe playing the Secret Ghost is okay. Because we took some damage from the wastes, but also if we end up discarding it later,
it's exactly right.
Good.
It's really hard to say, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, if we need this one, at least gives us life. If we plus and if you find a serpent with plussing here, we still have a big one. The serpent is like a bit tricky due to the found an oven.
Oh, okay, that's annoying. Not terrible, but annoying. Oh, okay.
Okay.
So that's something to play.
That is, I would say hello, huh?
Yeah, that's something to play.
That is definitely not fun for opponent. And I think we're just gonna...
That's also nice. That's also nice because we could use...
And then use Teferi, right? To on top, technically.
Yeah.
Would you use it now? I would use it now.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Then
double activation.
The untap is huge, right? We have this one. Do they have anything else where we have to care? Don't think so, right?
They have Kroxa and Guts, and that's it, I think. Yeah.
Just go with this one. I mean,
that's a huge mistake. Well,
I mean,
they're bringing the other cat back.
Yeah.
That's
then
what they're doing.
we're just gonna get the other cat now.
Yeah. we'll get one anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, we could attack first with the 3/3 even to see if they block with the cat.
True.
Let's attack with the 3/3 first before untapping anything to see if they block or not. Because we can untap the creature anyway.
True. They do not.
Yeah, and now we untap the 3/3 and the artifact, and we exile the other card. I think we do it now.
Yeah, artifact is this one. Creature is this one, and land. Matter. Yeah. Then sell one cat. And I'm just gonna get rid of the creatures. Yeah.
That's really good.
It's an interesting game. A really interesting game. Like, all the games so far have been... It's annoying. But, I mean, it's not that dangerous.
No. We are still winning. We're still ahead.
Right? That's it.
Malcator gets sacrificed. Malcator is a multi-function creature.
Oh, they have to do it now. Otherwise, they cannot do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Teferi life game is also really big.
Yeah, fantastic, of course. Oh, wow, we did it. Okay.
Big one.
Finally, yes.
That's a big one.
Yeah, so we can go -2 Teferi first now, I think. To find something else to play, absolutely.
Well, Michiko, it's been a while. Ooh, a portable hole.
Oof. Let's go.
That is huge. Okay, so this is really interesting, right? I mean, I don't care about cat. I think it's the oven, right? We could also
I can see you are enjoying the game.
I really enjoy it.
I'm really glad.
Like, the thing is, there's so many lines in this card I don't play a lot with, so it's really cool. Like, you have portable hole for gods or for oven, right?
Yeah, I think we take the creature.
I think so too.
The oven is not doing much.
Yeah,
yes.
I think so too. I think it's always the god here, the priestess, because the cat is whatever. They have to play really careful here. So it's gonna be. This is such a good card too.
You have different options here. You could use Teferi to untap the...
Now, we used Teferi already, right? We have
we used Teferi already.
Yeah,
yes.
I think it's just it's popping Malcator, right?
Yeah, Malcator and leave the other creatures to block, absolutely. Yes. Especially because the apparition can crew the vehicle to use it for blocks.
Exactly.
And this is an attack for 8. It's not
easy. It's not a light.
It's not something the opponent can take that easily, yes.
Yeah. They cannot block with the cat. So what a game, huh? What a game.
Fantastic.
I'm so glad that we find some really interesting games against good decks too.
Yeah.
They have the Giganta now, but it's okay.
Okay, I don't think that's enough.
That's okay.
I don't think that's enough.
It's Excel stuff because we can.
I wonder if they're going to use the cat now again on their turn. I don't think so. No. Oh, wow.
Okay. We can attack and untap 2 creatures here. We can attack with these 2 and attack and untap both, right? An artifact and a creature.
Yes.
I think is the best line.
Yeah, absolutely. We want to use Teferi for defense here, to attack first and then untap. Yes. There's also something that Teferi does really well. Pseudo-vigilance.
It's incredible how good Teferi is in this deck, huh? Like, I played...
Yes.
I never played this. I only know it's played in standard with the 3 mana artifact there sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, they take the full swing.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. That seems like it's out of place here. That doesn't belong, but it really does.
It really does.
It does so
really
much stuff.
Does.
Yeah.
Top 1 artifact. Land. This Teferi is absolute. I wonder how long this hand will be on our. This card will be on our hand. This coast is sticking there. Okay,
that's a good top deck.
Yeah. Playable.
That's a good draw.
3 mana left. Most dangerous card is probably the Mayhem. It gives 2 damage. Can get rid of Operation, get an extra block.
So we have another Michiko trigger next turn. We have the other one transform. Oh, there we go. The Secret Ghost. Bluffing.
The Ghost was useful. I mean, we're gonna lose this artifact, but I would say it's gonna excel stuff. We only play 1 hearse anyways, so we're gonna make sure that the Croxa is lighter.
And this is lethal, right? Unless they have, of course, they have 1 mana left, they could have something else. But if they don't,
that coast
2
was. I mean, yeah, they have 2.
that
coast was the best coast ever created.
Yeah, they should have killed the apparition, right? That was a huge
100%.
mistake. They should have killed the apparition and get a 3/3 to block.
Yeah, 100%. We found a land, another bluff land, so it's fine. Yeah, we're gonna attack and have it. Actually have it.
And
can't be anything, right? I mean, they can get 2 life actually.
Yeah, it scares me. The fact that they could have the fatal push still scares me. But they would have used it.
No, but they can get 2
I
life.
think they would have used it.
Like, that's the thing, right? They can alt full control here. Why didn't they full control? They could have full control here and played a second thing to go on 1.
No, but that is a.
Oh no, they can.
That is a treasure token. Yeah. No, we won this game fairly. We won this game. The Teferi, we grind them out. It was fantastic game.
Wow, that was really, really good. Like, our hand, we had a good mulligan choice there. Our hand was interesting. I think if we didn't draw the Malcator there where you called it, this game would be completely different. Like
that it was a fair draw too. We mulligan to 6 with a hand that had 2 of the 4 planeswalkers. We had to draw something to play that turn. Malcator was perfect, of course. Yeah. That's why we call him so many times.
It's gonna be a longer video, but holy moly, these games were great. Okay, these were some crazy games. I mean, they were 3 really long games, and I'm really glad that we could showcase you the Rakdos matchup. The first game was also quite interesting against Boros, but having this many removal spells against a key creature, I think makes this definitely a good matchup. What do you think what was your favorite game?
Oh, the Rakdos one for sure. Because my instincts are that is a hard matchup to win. If the Rakdos player knows what we are trying to do, I think the matchup is really hard. But I was very surprised about the configuration post-board. Well, we were talking in the beginning of the video about the configuration of the deck and how this build can win a longer game, can play tons of removal. And it's not that you are playing removal just to remove the opponent's threats. Every artifact that stays in play as a removal spell helps the deck work, helps Michikos get better in the late game. So I was really surprised about how that matchup played out.
Yep. Yeah, I think so too. Like, when we had Teferi and we could stick Teferi for a while on board, I was surprised how good we managed, right? Like, Teferi just gave us so much. There, like, all the untaps, the life, and like, it was really, really impressive. But
Yeah.
we were always scared there could be a top deck, but even they had a really good top deck once, but they didn't find the answer anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. Another thing that was really interesting was the decision in the keep or mulligan in the last game against Gurul.
Yep.
I'm sure that it's something that you get to improve with every game. When you're testing a list and you're figuring out, okay, this matchup I can win in the later turns. In this matchup, I should mulligan aggressively for a more proactive hand. Those decisions are key, of course, are crucial. And you get to make better mulligans the more you play a deck. Because you need to know how the end game is to make the better decisions in the early. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. The hand we had there was definitely a slower one. An opponent had 2 Bone Crusher on hand, so they maybe sitted on the cards as well. So it was a really interesting game overall for sure. We drew a lot of lands there. If we didn't drew like 4 or 5 lands in a row, I think the game could have changed. But either then, it was definitely really great. And yeah, the games,
that is true.
Yeah, the games were amazing. You definitely have to check out Mati. Everything's in the description below. I hope we're gonna do this again, either on your channel or on stream or whatever. This was super fun to have you here. And yeah, thank you.
I really hope we can. Yeah. Thank you, Danny, for having me. I hope we can do it again. We can do it in English, in Spanish, in other languages too, because it was so much fun, really. Thank you so much for the invite.
Thanks, and bye, everyone.